Hey there everybody, WatchReport.com here with the Peren Nera out of Transylvania. And if you're looking at this going, that's a good looking watch. Well, I think so too. 39 millimeters at a 28-24 automatic movement, and you're looking at about a price, an introductory price of $419. There's just one big problem with it. Dust. So if you take a look here underneath this dial, you are going to see a bunch of dust. That is not on top of the crystal. That is underneath it. And this is the way this watch came to me. So you may be saying to yourself, well, gee, why didn't you have the company send you another watch? And, well, I tried. And very quickly to touch on here, this happens more often than you think. And I always try and give the company the benefit of the doubt. Unfortunately, not all the times when watches are sent out to for review, whether it's to me or other reviewers, are they checked over. They're kind of just, oh yeah, grab a watch, send it out. And nobody's really checking it, which kind of is a shame because we're the guys, at least from my perspective, that is trying to show you and help you know about this watch, whether you're interested in it or never heard of it before, whatever watch it may be, and you're thinking, I want to know more about that watch, I'm going to head over to YouTube or WatchReport.com or any other, website or review site that you like to do, and, and see what their opinions on it, see what the deal is. And it really kind of takes it down a notch when, I get this, and there's dust underneath the dial already, and I think to myself, man, all right, let me at least contact the company, see if they could send out another one. Maybe this was just a, like I said, a lot of times they aren't checked over before they're sent out. So it is what it is. I contacted the company, I contacted the guy, and I'm going to read you his response. Before sending the watch to you, I have inspected it closely. There are some dust particles that are considered accepted in the microbrand watchmaking industry, and I assume the margin, it may vary from brand to brand. By the way, this guy is over in Europe, and I read that verbatim, and obviously English is not his first language, and that's fine. Thank you for the comprehension, and looking forward to seeing the review. And let me tell you something. It's a shame. I'm going to show you this watch, all around here, of course, and, I'm going to go over, I'll give you the full specs here in a minute. As I said, you're looking, what did I say, 419? I apologize, that might be 449, I'll double check that here. But it's a really nice looking watch that packs a lot in for that price, and at this point, I don't know, can I recommend it? You're telling me that dust is accepted in the microbrand watchmaking industry. So, okay, I'm a reviewer. All right, they grabbed a sample, didn't really check it over. All right, that happens more often than not. Happened on another watch that I have in hand for review that I have to do a review on. But at least that company was willing to send a replacement to me. So at least I can have a good look at what the watch is supposed to be. My problem with this is, with that kind of response, which I have never heard before, you always think you've heard it all until you haven't, and you hear something like that. Are you, the end user, the customer, going to get dust under the dial? And then if you, email the company and say, hey, why does my brand new watch have dust underneath the dial and on the, or under the crystal and on the dial and whatever? And you get, well, it's accepted. There's an acceptable amount of dust in the microbrand industry. What is your response going to be to that? You're going to go to your credit card, you're going to go to PayPal immediately, and you're going to be like, hey, they don't want to send me a replacement, blah, 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 I want to charge this back. That's what I would do anyway if I was in that situation, and that was the kind of response that I got. To me, that kind of response, not good. As I said, unfortunately, what you have here is a nice looking date. You have that sterile bezel, which is, obviously not the first company to do it, but it's unique. The brand is out of Transylvania, so you got that cool little, well, at least what myself being American thinks of when I think of Transylvania. I think of the Munsters, but this is a really nice looking watch. It's at that 39 millimeter size, which a lot of guys are looking for these days. It has a bead blasted and brushed case. You can see the brushing in the bezel area. It is a rotating bezel, but of course it is sterile. You do have a screw down crown. Give you a look at the case profile here. And the case profile is really, really nice. It has that stadium effect with that bezel. You got the PVD bezel. You do have drilled lug holes. The bead blasting is very nice and fine on this. It is a screw down crown, as I said. Go ahead here. You do have your date at the 3 o'clock position, and this bezel is nice and easy to rotate. Strap. Oh, I apologize. I forgot to go ahead and give you the specs. Let me go ahead and give you all the specs right now. Your full specifications are: it is marked Swiss made, 39mm case. The thickness is 13.5 millimeters, and your lug to lug 48.8 millimeters. It does have that black PVD coated bezel. It is a display back, screw down crown. 200 meters water resistant, BGW9 Super Luminova. As I said a couple of times here, it does have the ETA 2824 automatic movement. And you are looking at a price of $419 US. Now, I've been told that's an introductory price, but man, is that a great price for what you're getting. You're getting a watch that is not an homage, that is not a copy of another watch. Now, I'm not saying the whole design is completely original or it didn't take inspiration from anything like that, but this is not like, you can't look at this watch and go, oh, that immediately looks like this style of watch. I mean, maybe you can. Maybe there's a watch out there I'm forgetting, because there's so many watches out there. But it doesn't come across as an absolute copy of something. It's a really, really nice design. And everything else except that dial, except that dust, except that lint is really great. Let's go ahead and show you a wrist shot. Here's a look at your case back. You got that ETA 2824 automatic movement. And when you really, oh my God, I just knocked a flashlight over. When you really go ahead and take a look at this watch all around, you take a look at the lugs, you take a look at the case finishing and just the design in general. As I said, this is a very good looking watch. Not to mention, and I hope it's coming across on camera, this is not a black dial. It's a very deep, like aquamarine dial, which is a very cool color, and a color that you don't see that often. And even though the hands and the markers are small, it does loom pretty well. So unfortunately, the question that needs to be asked is how much dust is acceptable to you. If you got this watch in hand and you were taking a look out of it, you took it out of the box and you're looking it over and it had that dust underneath that crystal, what would you do? What would be your reaction? Is that acceptable to you? I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb here and say probably not going to be acceptable to you, and you're going to have an issue with it. As did I or anybody else. The watch itself, barring that issue, I really do like the watch. I think it's a great looking watch. I like the style, I like the design. Everything else about it seems to be nice and well made. But that owner's response of there's dust acceptable and that was acceptable, and then just want me to go ahead and continue with the review. Now, I'll be honest with you. I have no idea what his response to the review, this review, is going to be. I don't tell people anymore when they want to send a watch for review. I figure, you know what, this channel's been around long enough. The website's been around long enough. I've been doing this now with WatchReport.com almost 5 years. And I've always tried to implement and do a real review and give you my real thoughts and my real opinions. And sometimes it's brutal, sometimes it's harsh. It is what it is. That's what a review is for. Now, everybody might not agree with me, but I'm giving you what my opinion is. You might think I'm biased, or you might think whatever. Hey, you can think whatever you want. I'm telling you right now, this is the deal, and he should know that by now, that this is what he was going to get. I wasn't going to gloss over this fact, nor was I not going to mention it, because, my God, I put this on camera. You can easily see that there's a bunch of dust and lint under that crystal. So I really don't have, I don't script these things, and I don't have a notepad sitting here telling me what to say, that I wrote down previously, so I really don't know what to say about this watch or how to end the video. I will have the link to the Peren Nera down in the description below, and that's the best I could do. So we'll just speed this up, and we'll say, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, I guess go ahead and give it a thumbs down. Follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Hit that notification bell twice if you are not subscribed. That way you never miss any of our content here at WatchReport.com and our YouTube. This has been Don Evans for WatchReport.com with a dusty look at the Peren Nera. Hope to see you guys on the next video. Thank you very much.